And we are here at Crawfish Warehouse for the Walker County Coaches Show and the Coach David Reeves Show. James Phillips, Woody Wilson, and this week we're joined by Nick Norris, the host of the Scoreboard Show on Friday nights.
That's right. One half of it, at least.
Yeah. What happened with the other one? He said he was going to be here too.
I know, and he volunteered me for this, and then he didn't show up.
It's bad when somebody volunteers you for something and then they don't show up. But
that's all right. He'll be there tomorrow.
We're glad you could make it tonight.
I appreciate it. Happy to be here. Thank y'all for having me on.
It's playoff time, and we've got 4 teams that have made it to the playoffs. We got Winston County, who's playing tonight. Addison is hosting a game tonight. And then joining us here tonight will be Meek, and they're playing tomorrow, and Jasper playing tomorrow.
That's right. Old coach of mine, Daniel Evans, going to be joining us.
I didn't even know that until right before we went on the air, and you started saying, "Oh yeah, I know this guy."
Oh yeah. He was my assistant coach my senior year. Actually coached the D-line, which I played on, so we spent a lot of time together. He's a great guy. I can't wait to get him on here, sit down with him, and catch up. It's been a minute for me too.
Oddly enough, he said that you are the only one that can't ask him questions, though.
He did, yeah. I know too much.
So you know some stuff on him, huh? Hello. We got a little one coming to say hey to us.
We got a surprise guest here.
She's going to come behind and say hey to everybody.
There we go.
Hey, girl, give me 5. All right.
All right.
The playoff this week, let's talk about those games real quick before we bring Coach Evans in. First game we'll talk about is Winston County. They're 5-5. They're headed to Pleasant Valley, who's 9-1, playing tonight. Winner plays the winner of Tuscaloosa Academy and Susan Moore. If the Yellow Jackets can get by in that one, that's going to be a really tough second-round game, too.
Oh, man, yeah. We'll take it one step at a time for now, I'm sure.
Right.
Pleasant Valley 9-1.
Yeah, 9-1.
That's over at Jackson.
You guys,
hey, young lady.
Hey,
young lady.
Well, a fan over here.
That's over in Jacksonville tonight, and they're going to play ahead of the rain. It might be wet tomorrow night.
That's true. Then we've got also tonight, which will be on 88.5 FM Country Legends, Addison. They're 9-1. They're hosting Raglan, who's 5-5. I think the Purple Devils are coming in. They're going to get taken care of pretty easily in Addison, Alabama tonight.
Yeah, I agree, James. And both games moved ahead of the rain. Addison, I think 7th in the state going in or something like that. They've been on especially offensively. Man, Coach Hastings got them cooking up there.
Addison, always impressive. This is one of the more impressive teams we've seen in a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
Winner of that game will play the winner of Berry and Fayetteville. I'm not sure Fayetteville's record, but Berry doesn't stand a chance. I'm sorry. I got a friend, Lance Gardner, who's probably listening. He's a Berry person. So
he's a Berry boy.
You can be a Berry fan or you can be an Auburn fan. That's about same level. Then we've got we'll be talking to Coach coming in. It's going to be Meek at Woodville. Meek's the 3 seed. They're 7-3. Woodville's 7-3. Winner's going to play Wadley and South Lamar. I'm sure Coach don't want us to look ahead there, but that's going to have to be a very competitive 2-3 game there.
Oh, man. Yeah.
7-3 both teams.
Yeah.
Wow. Right. Yeah. I mean, you don't get more even than that.
No.
I can't wait to hear what Coach Evans has to say about this matchup, kind of what they've been working on this week. I know he's got them in the right direction, so it's going to be a fun one tomorrow night.
And the 2-3 matchups are usually the best games in the first round of the playoffs.
Right.
Another one is Jasper traveling to Gadsden City. Jasper 8-2 on the year. They've only lost to the number 3 and number 4 team in 6A. And then Gadsden City 7-3. The Titans coming out of a tough region. They were second to Fort Payne in that region.
Yeah. It'll be a wet one too.
So but the winner of that one will get Clay Chalkville, which is going to be a pretty tough one.
That's quite a prize.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying Clay Chalkville, but they're playing Jackson Hole, and I think it's safe to say Clay Chalkville is going to win that one.
It seems that way.
Vikings ahead of number 3 Muscle Shoals at halftime, 15-14, and then lose the game with 8 seconds to go against Hartsville, number 4 Hartsville. So I think we can show up for anybody. Guys.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. That does tell me that Jasper can play with anybody.
Right.
Anything else you guys got before we take a break, and then we'll have Coach come in?
I guess not.
Great slate of games. Football tonight, football tomorrow.
Yep.
Excited to see how it turns out. Hopefully, all our teams come out with a W.
We're at Crawfish Warehouse tonight, as always, for the Coaches Show. Come on down. We'll be here until 7 o'clock. After that, they've got football on the screens. We've got college football, we got NFL tonight. I believe it was the Broncos are playing. So if you're an old Bo Nix fan, come watch the Broncos roll over the Raiders. That's who they got.
That's right. That's right.
And then
that's a win.
Yeah, I think that'll be a win. You never know with the NFL though. Somebody could shock you
on any given Sunday or any given Thursday too.
Great specials tonight. Come get a steak. Come get the fish of the night. I didn't see what it was, but man, their grilled fish is amazing. It's really good. And so come out, get some Cajun food, and enjoy listening to us for the next hour, right?
That's right. That's right.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back here on the Coaches Show at Crawfish Warehouse on WJLX.
Okay, we are back at Crawfish Warehouse in downtown Jasper. Nick Norris. Nick, you got an in with this guy. Take it, man. I'll hand you the ball.
That's right. I am happy to introduce head coach of the Meek Tigers, Coach Daniel Evans. He was my assistant coach when I was a senior. I've always kind of said I had a lot of great coaches, but there were two assistant coaches that really made a big impact on me. It was you and Coach Hawkins, and man, I'm excited to get to catch up with you tonight.
Man, that's awesome. I appreciate you saying that. You don't. We spend a lot of time listening to people complain about the coaches, so it's nice to hear one say, hey, you helped me in a positive way, so I appreciate that. Thank you for having us here.
Let them smell the roses while you're still alive, man.
That's right.
And would you like to introduce your player we got with us tonight?
Yeah, this is Aiden Benson. Aiden is a senior. He's actually a 5-year starter for us. He started in 8th grade.
Wow.
He's won a lot of football games. He's played in a lot of football games, defensive lineman, offensive lineman, and this year, running back.
Oh man!
Yeah, he's got
a la Proctor.
Yeah, 17 carries on the season, averaging 19.6 yards a carry. So
awesome.
He's a fantastic kid.
We can safely say he's a fullback, right?
He would probably say running back, but yeah, sure, we'll say fullback.
Okay.
Man, that is cool, man. And 5 years starting, that's no small feat. I don't care the size of the school. That is amazing. So very impressive.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, good deal. Well, we got a big one tomorrow night.
Yep.
How are we feeling so far?
So Woodville is they're pretty big up front. That's kind of how they've made their hay this year. They've they got 4 guys that are probably 230 plus, which in 1A is pretty big. The running back's pretty good, quarterback's pretty good, but You know, we got a good team. We I don't know. We didn't play well in the games that mattered the most, and so we got to a point where we're a 3 seed, and you know the Addison game we didn't play very well, but you know they're really good, so that didn't help out. And then Hackleburg early in the season we didn't play really well, had some injuries, and so you get put in a situation where you got to travel in the first round. But we feel good. We've had a great week of prep this week. Wish we were playing tonight instead of in the rain tomorrow, but you know you don't really get to pick. That's a home team thing. So
That's right.
Yeah.
Who's that favorite, Coach? Who's the better mutter, you think?
Well, we run the ball 85% of the time.
Okay.
So, you know, I mean, we got a mobile quarterback that moves around for us well, and we throw a lot of short, intermediate stuff. It doesn't mind. We played last week in the muck at Carbon Hill, and it didn't seem to bother us too bad. So, you know, if we got to do it again tomorrow, what do you think?
I'm just ready to go out and play.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a good attitude
He
to have.
doesn't really care.
I always like playing in the rain, personally.
Oh, yeah.
Coach, you mentioned health. How are you now health-wise?
We are about as healthy as we've been,
Cool.
but we don't. You know, we've got some backups now that are out that have gotten hurt in the last few weeks. So our depth is really thin. But you know, I mean, you played the game. You get into week 10, week 11, everybody's kind of banged up, bruised a little bit. So we got all our guys. We're going to go over there with 100% and hopefully get something done. But I mean, we got our center's got a torn meniscus. I mean, he's been playing the last 4 weeks on a torn meniscus, and he is a tough kid. He's another senior, so I guess with that, we're about as healthy as we can be for week 11.
Yeah. Well, Woodville, halfway between Huntsville and Scottsboro. What time y'all leaving out tomorrow?
Well, we're eating at Coleman, so we're going to be leaving a little bit earlier than we probably would normally. But yeah, I'm heading out about 2. Probably not getting back till about 12. So it's playoff and 1A playoff football. That's what you get into. And then if you win, you get to that nice. 2-hour drive to Montgomery on Saturday morning for a meeting at 9 o'clock in the morning. It's great. That lasts about 20 minutes, and then they send you back home. So it's good stuff.
Well, tell me, senior year, you've put all this work in 5 years, which is, great, a huge chunk of your life. How does it feel going into the playoffs your senior year? Are you feeling that pressure? Or are you treating it like just another game? Where's your mind at?
I want to treat it like it's just another game, which – well, I have college ahead of me to go play ball at, but I'm just going to try and put the most I can in for the team.
Yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about college. Where are you going?
I have West Alabama. I've been texting them quite frequently, and I have a offer from a D3 called Barry up in Rome, Georgia.
Okay.
His older brother plays college football at LaGrange too, so it's a good genes in the family.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. I hear West Alabama's a fun place to be playing right now too.
I would love to play for Scott Cochran.
Yeah, I talked to somebody recently who played for him, and he's taking them around, and they're meeting Dabo, and they're going to Georgia and talking to Kirby Smart and seeing all these all the different places just on trips. Man, that'd be huge.
That guy's got a lot of knowledge for sure.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Coach, Woodville, what are their strong points? How are you going to try to deal with that?
Like I was saying earlier, they're pretty big up front, and so that can cause issues for you offensively and defensively. And so for us offensively to attack stuff like that, we try to run power read and try to press the edge early and see what we can do there and open up the box a little bit, try to get them a little bit wider so we can hit the inside a little bit more. Defensively for us, this group, our defensive line the last 2 years have been the backbone of our team. They're really good. And I'm not saying this in a bad way, but I don't really think that they've seen anybody quite like us on defensive line this year. So I'm hoping that plays to our advantage a little bit. They're big, but they don't move around very well. They're not super athletic. But if they get their hands on you and they drive you, they're a power team. So we're going to try to get in the creases and make sure we're slanting and shifting the way we need to. Our linebackers sending them a little bit, and we've started playing a little more man coverage the last 2 or 3 weeks, and it's worked out for us. So we'll try to press them up a little bit, maybe get in that quarterback's grill and hopefully get the W.
Yeah.
Meek's always played tough football.
Yeah, these kids, and it's been, we've been there, me and Coach Powell have been there, since 2020. So it's been 5-6 years, and in that time we've been able to build that culture and physicality and running the ball and playing good defense, tackling and things like that. And this senior group, and there's 5 other of them. They really took that to heart, and they've been a great group and have definitely done a good job of carrying on that. We talk about that Tiger Paw, that brand. Carrying that brand wherever we go, and I've just been so proud of them.
No, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, and a lot to be proud of. I mean, you've had a lot of success in that time there. You and Coach Powell both, and it's crazy to think that was just a few years ago that y'all were all together there, just with Coach Lockhart, which that was a great coaching staff as well. I mean, you had a lot of guys go off in different places, but y'all got a great coach. I know you know that, and I know y'all gonna have a lot of success tomorrow and on further down the line too. So.
Yeah, appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Coach, I know everybody's won the 11th, but some of the other guys who really stepped up for you and big cogs in your machine there.
Yeah, so I talked about the center that's torn his meniscus,
Yes,
Cam
sir.
Grace. We lost him for the Hackleburg game. It was the only game all year we didn't score any points. So, I mean, that just tells you how important.
33-0.
Yeah, he's a super important kid. He's another one that's been in the program for 6 years, just like him. It's been 7th grade, and he's super important to what we're doing. Snaps obviously for me is the most important thing. If you can't get the ball to the quarterback, you can't really do anything.
Yep.
A few other guys. Our quarterback has really turned it on the last couple weeks. Evan McKay's, he's been really good for us. Hunter Wyatt, who plays defensive end, and he's also our running back. And so
1,032 yards rushing.
Last week we got him over 1,000 yards. I was worried about it, but last 3 weeks he's rushed for 400 yards. He's starting to come on late. He's a big physical kid, kind of like him.
Oh, wait, 1-2 punch, huh?
Hey, listen, we get in that Maryland eye, and so we got the fullback, we got him in that 2 spot, and then Hunter behind it. It's a deadly thing.
I used to call that a stacked eye. I love it.
Three backs in the backfield.
I love it, man.
Yeah, that's tough.
I imagine you're able to pair that running back with playing D-line too. You got some running backs that are running hard.
Yes.
They're not afraid of contact, I'd imagine.
Yeah, man. We and that's what we want to be, right? Yeah. Like you want to go out and you want to establish physicality early in a game. And in the 7 games we've won, we've done that. Yeah. And the 3 we haven't, we didn't. And that's the difference, right? Offensively and defensively. And he'll tell you we didn't play our best football in those games, and we didn't establish that physicality that we needed to early. And so when you don't do that, you set yourself up for failure. Yeah. And that's kind of our motto. And we do that in the weight room, and we do that on the football field, and that's just kind of how we go about it.
Yeah. Wyatt, 13 touchdowns rushing, and then I think McKay is thrown for 18 touchdowns.
Yeah, 4 picks.
Yes, sir.
He's had a big.
Oh, I didn't want to bring that up.
Well, I brought it up because it's last year he was I think 12 and 10, 12 touchdowns, 10 picks, and then his freshman year he had more interceptions than picks. So he's slowly gotten better. It's hard to believe, but he's a 3-year starter and he's only a junior.
Wow.
And so he's had a great year. He's so lethal when he's got time. Mm-hmm. And we get him on the edges, and he's got room to read the defense and do the things that he's deadly. And then he can make plays with his legs. And people don't really think about that because he's kind of smaller. So they just look at him as this small guy, shifty guy, but he is so good at reading lanes and knowing when to throw and when not to throw. It's pretty impressive.
Sounds like Bryce Young a little bit.
Yeah, well, if he throws it like Bryce Young tomorrow, I'll be real happy, I can tell you.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But you mentioned the mud game at Carbon Hill. You coming off a Carbon Hill win 34-6, 3A Carbon Hill. So that's get some juice off that win going into tomorrow's game, I hope.
Yeah, we had the game plan was pretty simple. Stop Mike, 13 number 13 for Carbon Hill. Kid's electric.
Yep.
And so that was kind of the defensive plan, and we did that. And then offensively, I told them early in the week we've got to start establishing our dominance in the run game. If we want to do what we want to do in the playoffs, we've got to start doing that, and it starts this week. And they went out and they did that. I mean, he had, 80-something yards rushing. Hunter had right at 100, I think, rushing. And we ended up with 2-something on the day. But, that's kind of what, our goal is to try to get to 200 yards rushing. If we get to 200 yards rushing, that usually means pretty good for us.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? Are you still more of a defensive guy, or are you kind of enjoying the offense all
Don't lie. Don't lie.
I've always said I love playing D-line, but whenever I get the ball, that's the best thing in the world.
Oh man!
Listen, he don't want to say it. They were arguing, him and Hunter. I want the ball this time. I want the ball this time on last Friday, and I'm like, guys, we're just trying to bleed this clock so we can get on to the playoffs without somebody getting hurt.
Are you tackle, nose, or end on the line? Defense.
I'm tackle.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. He's got 13 sacks.
Whoa.
13 sacks on the year. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess you are getting looked at.
Yes, sir.
That's a pretty big number.
The thing is those quarterbacks, they look at him because he's kind of tall and big, and they're like, oh, he can't run me down, but he runs a 4.9 40. I tell you, he's an athletic kid. He doesn't get enough credit for it. I mean, it's impressive. Once they catch him that one time, it's like, all right, I'm going to have to move around a little bit after this.
Let's get away from this guy.
Yeah. Well, I'm running a 4.9. I see why you're getting the ball too, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It was honestly one of those things. We were getting ready to play Addison, and I said, hey, we get into a third or fourth down situation late in the game, we can just let him line up in the Maryland eye, and he could probably get us 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah.
And I give him the ball, and he runs it 75 yards for a touchdown. And I said, well, we might have us something here.
Coach, what is it about Addison and Hackleburg, especially the Panthers up there, man? They're consistently good.
This group, the year we went 10-0, all right, that group was freshmen at Hackleburg, and they gave us a tough game. And me and Coach Powell remember leaving and going because we played there. We get on the bus and we're going home, and we're sitting there in the office, and he goes, man, that group's going to be pretty good for the next 3 or 4 years.
Yes, sir.
And they have been. And then Addison, they've got a lot of athletes. They play, they've got a lot of quicker guys and just enough experience up front that they give people fits. And then obviously Hastings, he's got so much experience.
Yes.
And I've talked about that before. How do you go up against a guy? You got 10 years of experience, and that guy's got 20 plus. I mean, he's been around the block. He knows what he's doing, and he's a fantastic coach. But again, we didn't match that intensity, and so when you don't do that, and that's Hackleburg and Addison, you're just setting yourself up for failure. And he would tell you the same thing. We did not play with the intensity that you need to play with to win football games against good teams.
Yeah.
And last week for us was probably the first week that I felt like that we matched that intensity to the point that we need to win games in the playoffs. And so that's what you want to do. You want to get hot at the right time. And, losing to Addison, losing to Hackleburg is not very fun. But if they're out of the playoffs and you're still playing in the playoffs, nobody really cares about that anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Your foot's in the door, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, and it's 7-3 back-to-back years. I think that's something to celebrate. That's
absolutely.
Meek is not. They've had some success in the past, but it's not been one of those places that's had a lot of success. And over the last 4 or 5 years, this group right here and these group of seniors, they've had a lot of success. Something that they can be proud of.
And I'm sure that's that makes this a very emotional sort of year for you too.
Yeah,
to be working with these kids for so long, and now kind of seeing them, hopefully 4 or 5 games for away, going on and moving on to other things.
Yeah, it has been. That's what I was talking to our center's mom. I've had the center, Cam Grace, his brother. I coached him as well my first couple of years here at Meek, and then his older brother, same thing. And so this will be the last year that I have a Grace or a Benson since I started 5 years ago. I'm not going to know what to do next year, not having one of them out there, because they've been such a good group, and we've talked about it a few times. They're going to be tough to replace. They really are. So we're trying to scheme up and do the things that we need to so that we can play as much football with these guys as possible.
I love it.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's going to do everything he can too.
Yeah, he does. He's not ready just yet. He's going to go on to bigger, better things when he gets out of here, but we want to play football with him for a few more weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Can.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How many seniors do you have, Coach?
I have 6.
Yeah.
I have 6 seniors, 5 that get to play. I have a 6th that's had some medical issues and hasn't gotten to play. But we've got 5 guys that it's actually our lowest group. We had 10 last year and 11 the year before that. So we actually, are not graduated as much as we have the last couple of years. Yeah.
I imagine that's a pretty close knit unit, though. Do you feel like that senior class, y'all played together a long time. What's kind of that bond like between you guys?
It's hard to see him go, especially our old center, Lucas Rector. That was one of the worst ones to see go because I've played with him my whole career, and as well as my brother, because I played beside him literally my whole time until seeing him go off to college.
Yeah. Yeah. I've always heard that's difficult with brothers specifically. I didn't have a brother. I didn't play with him, but I've always heard that, like, when you're playing together, one of you goes off, it's just like something's kind of missing, part of you almost.
It's a hard thing to pass up.
Now the school he's thinking about going to, the school that his brother goes to is actually, I think they play each other, so they might end up playing each other.
Oh, wow, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Okay, well, there you go.
Told him I'd have to come to that game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Then we'll get the whole crew out there.
Yeah.
Well, Coach Evans, I appreciate y'all coming on, man.
Man, thank you.
Man, I appreciate you coming on. Good luck.
Appreciate it.
Tomorrow night, we can't wait. Goes well. May holler at you, get you on the post-game show.
Hey, man, that's awesome.
Cool.
I love talking about these kids. I love talking about this program. It's a fantastic place to work at, so anytime I can talk about it, I would love to do that.
Bring back a win, darling, Coach.
All right, man, we will. Appreciate y'all. Go Tigers.
Yeah. Hey, all right, go Tigers.
No.
And we're going to take a break, but Nick, you're going to get us to a break in our second segment, of course, Vikings, and we'll have a talk with Coach Reeves yesterday. Did a recording. We're going to play that, I think, Nick. Okay. So let's go to the studio for some. Thanks to our Crawfish Warehouse and Jasper Discount Auto Parts. Thanks to them, we'll go have words from them, and I'll talk with Coach Reeves. Thank you, Nick.
And we're back here at Crawfish Warehouse. James Phillips rejoining the guys, and great interview with Coach there. Really good job.
Man, Coach Evans is a great guy. He's so easy to talk to, and he's always just happy to talk about Meek. I mean, he's one of those guys that when I did the scoreboard show a few years ago, I would call him no heads up, and he would just go on and on about his players, win or lose. I mean, just phenomenal coach. Got to play with him, and really had an impact on me just as a man. So I have a lot of love for Coach Evans.
Awesome. That's why I got out of the way. I knew that you would do a better job than me on that one. You know him better. So,
yeah, about 10 years now.
Woody, we've got a big bonfire going on right now at Jasper High School, and so Coach Reeves is not going to be able to make it over tonight.
He hasn't worked that thing out of being two places at once, so he's over there.
Yeah, and so he's over there tonight, and they're evidently that thing's going wild. I got a couple of pictures a few minutes ago sent to us from Ashley, who's over there snapping some photos and video for us.
Is it on campus or what?
It's on campus, in between, like close to the softball field and the track or something.
Yeah, and they went small with it. I think they said they only did like 12 to 15 pallets, and they had like 102.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Keep track of the cinders, please.
Right. But they've got that going on. But you were able to stop and have a chat with Coach Reeves yesterday about tomorrow night's game. Tell us a little bit, and then we'll send it to the interview.
He's the kind of guy that likes a challenge, and that's a pretty good challenge. We're 8-2, they're 7-3. Of course, a lot of athletes in Gadsden, and you're going to have prototype players at pretty much every position, so they can do it.
Well, it's a big school. I mean, they've been a 7A school before.
They flip-flop between 6 and 7A through the years.
6, 7.
6 and 7. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So they're 6 now, and of course we reclassify this year. They may move up to 7 again, but bottom line, it's a big program. They got everything they need.
Yep. You ready to send it to it?
Sure.
All right. Well, let's go check out Woody's interview in the locker room with Coach Reeves and see what he's got to say about tomorrow night's playoff game against Gadsden City.
And then we'll be back.
back here at Crawfish Warehouse. James Phillips, Nick Norris, and Woody Wilson. I'm glad you guys have been here tonight. It's been a different vibe with you guys instead of Brian Hale. He's over calling a ball game in a few minutes.
He is. When we get off, 88.5 is the place to be for round one action as they're going to get started this week.
Yeah, that's right. And it may be a blowout. I think Addison's going to handle this one pretty easy.
I hope.
And then also tonight we got Winston County playing. They are Winston County's at Pleasant Valley. Pleasant Valley's 9-1. Going to be a tough round for Winston County, but they've showed throughout the season they can put up a lot of points.
Oh yeah, and they've had a couple upsets, I believe, too.
Yeah,
They pulled it off as well. So I mean, high school football, it's anybody's game.
That's true. And then tomorrow night, we've already talked to Meek's coach. Great interview with him by you guys. It's a 2-3 game, Meek at Woodville. Never great to go on the road that first week for the playoffs, but both teams 7-3. I think it should be a great ball game.
Yeah, I liked hearing about that running attack too. You got the two big bowling balls back there, just causing havoc.
Yeah,
that sounds like a lot of fun. If you're in the area or a Meek fan, you should definitely go check that out. I think.
I love when Coach was saying that. Hey, I thought about just putting him in there for to get a couple of yards, and he ran 75 yards for a touchdown.
That was cool.
That's not how we drew it up.
Yeah, talking about coming in clutch too. He'd been waiting his whole life to tote the rock.
Yeah, those big guys, they don't get to hold the ball very often. So
and they run out of that stacked eye, man. I love that. Coleman used to runs that a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a full house backfield, boils down to, and that's cool stuff, man.
Yeah,
sledgehammer stuff.
And then we've got our game tomorrow night. Jasper is traveling to Gadsden City. Woody and I will be on the call. Can't wait for that. I think it's going to be a great game between the Vikings and the Titans. And that's two cool names to be battling each other. Vikings and Titans.
In the rain, probably too. I kind of like that matchup for Jasper in the rain a little bit.
Yeah, a few people that I've talked to from Jasper, they were saying, if we play in the rain, we're fine with it.
Yeah.
I would assume they have turf. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a turf field. Yeah. It's a real nice facility is what everybody's told me. So, but it's a turf field, so I don't think rain's going to really play a big issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it would in Addison or those areas. That would be a tough place to play in the pouring down rain.
That's right.
So tomorrow night, and then you'll be on the scoreboard show tomorrow night, right?
Yeah,
Me and Patrick Hanna will be there. Yep.
Are you sure Patrick will be there?
He says he's going to.
He's supposed to be here tonight.
We'll know if he's going to be an hour before or so, yeah.
I mean, if he's got somebody to interview for his new job, he may not show up. I don't know. That's just what I'm saying. I will be texting him in a few minutes just to give him a hard time.
Well, what kind of gig is he going to get?
He's a full pastor now.
Preacher man.
Okay.
Yeah. He's the lead pastor, not full time, but he's the lead pastor at a church, and I can't remember where he told me.
I can't. We need to talk about it. I meant to talk about it last week on the scoreboard show, and then we just completely got off track. We got to talk about it tomorrow.
Y'all get in tomorrow night.
Not many games tomorrow night, so y'all can get into some preacher talk.
That's right. Full sermon.
just keep up with those games that who the teams will play next week, Nick, and keep up with them. I'm sure Wadley's going to win, and probably, and as for the other Addison, for the other ones, I don't know.
Yeah, well, and Clay Chalkville's probably going to be Jasper's next opponent.
Yeah, that's right.
We can go ahead and call that one.
That's what it seems
That's
like.
right.
Yeah.
I've heard scuttlebutt they may be the best team in the state.
Yeah.
The state.
Well, they beat
from 1A to 7.
They beat Thompson.
That's right.
Already this season.
right.
So that tells you how good they are.
That's right.
All right, guys. I think we're about wrapped up here from Crawfish Warehouse. Jonathan Timmons, you got anything else you want to add? He's just sending it off. He said we can get off.
He's supervising.
I can't wait to get some food. I haven't ordered yet tonight. And neither one of you guys should leave without eating because this place is incredible. I keep having, I had somebody bump into me at New Era Wrestling over the weekend, and they were like, we got to go try Crawfish Warehouse. We keep hearing you talk about it.
Yeah, cool.
Are you really telling the truth that it's that good? And I was like, yeah, I'm not lying over the radio.
I know it is that good.
No, it's good.
Yeah,
it's really. If you like Cajun food, this is the place to come.
Yeah, we come here all the time, and I came here before it was ever a sponsor or anything. I mean, it's really good food. They have a lot of different fun nights and stuff. You should head in here, check it out.
And even if you don't like Cajun food, like Brian Hale, he can't touch stuff. He says it bothers his stomach and everything. He gets a hamburger here every week, and he says it's the best hamburger in Jasper.
There you go.
So
Something for everybody.
Speaking of Brian, turn it over to 88.5. He and Zach will have your call of the Addison and the Purple Devils are wrangling. And that's coming up to 7 o'clock kickoff,
That's right.
I think, guys.
7 o'clock kickoff, so go ahead and turn over there right now. You got 2 minutes before the game starts. Listen to Brian and Zach, and we'll see you next week if Jasper wins.
Yes.
And,
When they win.
There
when,
you go.
When
There you
Jasper wins, we'll see you guys next week at Crawfish Warehouse. So we'll go ahead and head out now. Hit it, Nick. Get us to a commercial, and we'll see you guys next week on the Coaches Show.
Good to have you on, Nick.